Hello YouTube. This is my first video. This is Texas Gardener 1, and I just wanted to show my garden. This is kind of a video response. I've kind of put off doing this because it's kind of intimidating, but here's my garden, and I am in Central Texas, and we are having the worst drought in Texas history. We have had so far 26 consecutive days over 100, and total we've had 56 days over 100 this year. We have had no rain at all this summer, so I wanted to show you. We live in town, in a small town, and we have about half an acre lot, and but you know, the house takes up some, and this is my garden, and I just thought I'd do a little tour. Here is my asparagus. And I started by using cinder blocks. I started at the community garden in our town, and they use cinder blocks. And so this is how I started my garden. Asparagus is 2 or 3 years old now. This I am totally organic, and I was asked how do I handle certain pests and diseases, and I wanted to show this. This is a tannume squash, and I had very bad, I'm still in the process of spider mites here. These yellowish molting leaves are spider mites, but you see the green leaves are coming back. I treated this with neem oil, and it seems to be helping. Those green leaves weren't there before I started treating it. So I have some zinnias mixed in, but you can see all of this was all molted, and there was no new growth. So that's one way. You can do, I'm probably going to do a couple more treatments, and then you wash it off the next morning. And here is, it goes around here, and here's the squash. That's what it looks like. It's a Mexican squash. So I'll update that. And then I have 4 of these cinder blocks beds, and I mix in flowers as companion plants to bring in beneficial insects that help with pests that are bad. I have lots of bees busy this morning, which is another reason to go organic, because when you treat your plants with pesticides, you kill, it affects the bees. And so, and the bees are good because they pollinate. So they are busy. We have okra, which of course does good in the heat. And that's another thing to plant things that are good for your area. For me, that would be heat and drought tolerant. This is cucumber, and I think that's a lima bean. And these are my squash. And there's a tomato that was a sucker, and there's a couple of blooms on it. I also mix in my herbs. That's a Mexican oregano, which the hummingbirds love and the bees love. And there's some cosmos, and this is I can never pronounce it. It's Gophera. Here is watermelon, and I have trellised a lot of my stuff. These are asparagus beans. They make a yard long, and then I made an arbor to go up. And this is a Chinese red noodle bean, and they get very long. Those are just babies. I've already harvested a lot. This plant loves the humidity, the heat. It's just going crazy. This is my apple mint, and I do not know what kind of wasp this is. I've been watching him for days, so if anybody knows, they can comment. Wasps are good because they're a beneficial insect. They can lay their eggs in certain caterpillars. Here's sage. These are some squash that I just planted. Some Mexican oregano. These are chives. The cubbies are great for containing the herbs. Here's mint, which is something you definitely want to contain. And it makes a pretty border with the flowers. These are my tomatoes, and it's been rough for tomatoes. But this is the homestead, and it is still hanging in there. It hasn't given up yet, so I'm gonna let it go until it freezes. And this is a I believe this is a cherry, and I think it has, I can't see very well, but I think that shows it has a small, again, here's the beans that go up, and I've started them down this trellis, and that goes all the way to my blackberries over there. So these are the thing. And again, these are starting to get some spider mites. You can see the molting on them, and I will be treating these with neem oil, and they'll bounce back. It's pretty easy. Just with organic gardening, you have to really be diligent and just really noticed what's going on. This is another monster plant that loves the heat. Hopefully the sun. This is an Armenian cucumber, which is really a melon. And these get monstrous big. I'll show you. That's just a baby one. They'll get like 18 inches. And here is basil. Again, parsley. These are more watermelons. These are cantaloupe. You can see there's a